new adventures in PGA 2K25, Scott.
Hey, and we're streaming live tonight, which means who knows what's going to happen. Maybe we'll have some interaction with some of our friends.
I hope so.
Just maybe they'll be chirping because we're hitting the golf course tonight.
Well, this is a groundbreaking moment for you, Scott. This is your, I don't want to say it's your very first time playing this game, but it is your very first time really playing this game, right? Like maybe you had a couple practice rounds in before this?
Yes, So last night, in preparation for this event, I created my golfer because I knew that I would have a golfer when we played. And I played, what is it called? The Corn Perry tournament or whatever?
Corn Ferry?
Corn Ferry, yep. So
Yeah.
I made a career and I played the Corn Ferry tournament. And I think I'm playing on the easiest setting, so take this with a grain of salt. But I'm pretty sure that I had like an 18-stroke lead on the guy that got second place. Granted, a lot of that was simulated. Like the simulation was making me look good too. But I was just like, okay, I'm cooking.
Yeah. And how long has it been since you've played a golf game, video game?
I want to say 7th grade.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Seventh grade, maybe 8th grade. Yeah. And I'm 35 for reference if you're listening. So it's been a minute. It's been a little bit of a minute.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got Blum in the chat. Hello, Mr.
Yo,
Blum.
What
We
up?
missed you last week, my friend, but I know you were having fun at the hockey game.
Yo,
Scott
Scott is the new expert.
Apparently I know ball.
I know ball. You want to tell him why? Why do you know ball though?
Well, we're in a 57-person daily fantasy league, and I was in the top 5 this week for the Masters, which means I got a little bit of cash money in my pocket.
Cash flow.
You know, it could have been better. I was in 2nd place at one point, but Sunday didn't go well for the boys, so I was just happy to hang on to 4th place.
Hell yeah. Well, you guys did well. I know a few of the people in our little friend group that talks pretty frequently during the PGA events usually ended out well, other than Nick, I think, was the only one that didn't that didn't really do much.
What place did you get? And also, Andrew, if you're still here, what place did you end up in? I didn't really pay attention. We'll talk about what I was doing after you answer the question.
I was, at one point, I got up to like 12th, and then I think I finished top, I don't know, it was like 21st or 23rd or something, because my players ended up, like no one else was playing, and the leaderboard kept going up, so kind of ended up dropping at the end a bit. But I was up to 12th, which I was really impressed based on having John Rahm, who's trash. But
he had a good Sunday, man. I mean, for a guy that looked like he was going to miss the cut entirely, he ended up, what did he end up +1 overall after being, he was like +6 or 7 at some point, wasn't he? I mean, he
ended up shooting -4, I think, total for Sunday at least, which, man, if he would have just done that for the whole tournament, like he would have been in contention. But I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Crazy, man. I mean, there were literally talks about him being like the best golfer over the past few months, you know, like above Scotty, which obviously Scotty hasn't really played in the last few months much, but didn't show up to the Masters, that's for sure. Paddle fans, hello, welcome in.
What up, paddle fans? How you doing?
We are, we're doing a new style tonight. We're just testing something out. We're going to be playing some golf, and we'll be talking to our friends. So if you are listening to this podcast episode and not watching it, we'll try and narrate some of the stuff that's going on here, but we are live streaming and recording.
Well, Single Barrel Sports is about to take on, Scott, Harbour Town Golf Links, which is the actual PGA event that's going to happen this coming weekend. So I'm super excited for you to play this course. I know, I'm not sure how much you know about it, but it's actually a pretty tough little course here that I think will test your novice skill sets right away.
Yeah, you know, despite the fact that I just said that I know ball, I don't know anything at all about this course. So this will be interesting.
Oh, Andrew, you're hilarious. Don't pull a High Tong Lee at Harbour Town. Yeah. We're going to get into that. We're going to get some Masters talk, some reflections here as we're playing in the actual course here. So don't worry. We have lots of reflections on things that happened in the Masters this coming week. But for anybody out there who is listening, welcome into the Single Barrel Sports podcast. My name is Deeb, and here's my co-host
Scott, average guy, golf fan, golf fanatic these days, you know, and
so
just happy to be alive. Happy to be here.
You ready to get into it?
I'm ready. I don't think this is going to be great for me, but I am an adventurer, and I'm ready to give it a go.
Oh yeah.
And if you guys can see here, I'm dressed in appropriate golf clothing on the game. I'm rocking a Lakers jersey and a winter beanie, but in real life, I'm rocking a Masters polo that Andrew actually got me. So thank you, Andrew.
Hell yeah. I was wearing mine earlier today. Yeah. Thank you, Andrew. And you are dressed pretty disrespectfully for the game of golf, but I'm also wearing a Lululemon and a bucket hat. So, we're out here. Two average guys about to take on the course.
I just wanted to make it known that the GOAT of basketball is playing on the Lakers, and I am representing him and his squad that he's put on his back right now in our golf outing today.
Well, if the GOAT can hit ready, we'll get into this.
Oh, you're waiting on me.
You
know what? My bad.
Oh, you're good.
I'm delaying the inevitable.
Paddle said it reminds golf knowledge is low, which is okay. It always reminds you of your grandfather. Well, we appreciate that, and hopefully this will bring back some good memories when you watch this.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ooh, Deeb, we could do alternate shot online. That'd be kind of fun. Not tonight, but that could be a thing that we do.
Yeah. Or, I've thought about trying to play. It would be kind of cool to do like what Bryson does, when he does like the breaking, whatever, 50 or 60.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of fun to do like a scramble. And once we get a little bit better at the game, try to get like that good at it.
Okay. I'm down. Some of the boys who have been on the podcast have been playing this game too. Zach and Jordan and Drew. And it seems like everybody's all of a sudden playing this game. And tonight is really my first time. I played a practice round last night. Made my character. All right, let's see. What's the mark to beat here?
What up, Corey? We doing shots?
Ooh, we could. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, okay, that could have been worse. That could have been worse.
Welcome to Harbour Town, friend.
Holy shnikes. Corey, what's up, brother?
Corey, what's going on, man? We're breaking Scott's PGA golf cherry.
Come on, send it.
Bro, did you just hit a driver? What was that?
That's a 3-wood.
I don't know why it looked like a driver.
Shit, it went off the back. Okay.
You hit some guy.
I up clubbed that. I was just like, no, we're gonna punch this one, and it just went right off the back. So
yeah, here, let me show you how it's really done, Scott. Here, I'll give you a good example of what good Harbour Town golf looks like here.
All right, let's see it.
That's not the best. No,
not too bad. Not could have been worse.
It's settled. Look at us.
Yo, look
at
us
these
walk.
two guys.
We have the same caddy. That's hilarious. We both chose the same caddy.
Yo, Paddle, that's awesome. Your grandpa was an avid golfer.
All right, we're chipping in from the backside.
Oh, they did a tournament for him. That's really cool. Like a memorial type of tournament?
Okay. We can. Oh, stop rolling. Shit.
Hey, that was actually not too bad from where you were. Like
I recovered from when I was in the forest after my first stroke.
It could have been better, but you're working on it. It's your first time.
We got Carolou in the house. What's up, brother? Oh, nice chip, dude.
Is that gonna go in?
You almost. Also, guys, this is our recording for this week's podcast. I'm gonna just keep bringing that up occasionally here. So if you hear us kind of narrating what's happening, not everyone watches the video, so I want to make sure this is still an experience for people who only listen to audio. So I am
twin caddies. I did notice that. That's hilarious.
So I'm putting for par. Do you want to use the stroke marker or not tonight?
The putt cam, you can. Just because I know we're not
okay. I would have missed that.
Not professionals. Let's put it that way.
I would have missed.
We're working on it though.
All right, let's get this. We sink these. Come on, get in the hole.
Bro, is your ball purple?
My gosh, I missed it by like an inch to the left.
I love mini golf, man. Mini golf is sweet.
Bones, Super Battle Golf is a game that we definitely need to run back.
Yo, this putt is so short. I don't even have a putt cam.
Must be terrible. All right, so you're up.
Let's go, baby.
Cut down a. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Paddle.
Mr. Greenbones.
Well, it's nice to be joined with some friends tonight, guys. We're going to be reflecting on the Masters from this past weekend and just generally talking about sports. We might talk a little bit about WrestleMania tonight. That's an event that's coming up this weekend. Ooh. And just see where the conversation takes us while we hit the sticks a little bit and play some golf ourselves here.
Yeah. I thought Rory was going to blow the Masters. Ask Scott about our group chats from this last weekend. How many times?
You were quite convinced that he would.
I don't know, man. He just I feel like, I'll be honest with you, I think Cam Young lost the Masters. I'm not saying Rory didn't win it, but it was Cam Young's to win, and I feel like he lost it. I don't know.
Oh, shoot. Get through there. Punch through those trees.
NHL playoff predictions, huh? That's what you're looking for?
We could chat that, although I will say I've been a pretty bad fan this year. I've pretty much only watched Blues, and that has not been good hockey this year.
I'm trying to remember, when do the playoffs actually start? Isn't it pretty soon? Because NBA starts...
Yeah,
I feel like fairly soon
now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't
I'm
realize
gonna
it was
try and punch
actually
this
already
man.
over.
I might regret this. I might go through this tree, but we're gonna just send it. Let's go.
Wait, what are you doing? Punching it?
Oh no, we're good. We're good.
How did that not hit any leaves? That's wild.
Oh, it's in the rough though. Damn it.
Goodness.
I know Corey with us tonight. He's rooting for the Bruins.
Mm.
And Andrew, I know you are too. So there we go. We just made a friendship in the chat of our live podcast recording.
You guys are both Bruins fans? That's wild.
They indeed are both Bruins fans.
Look at that, Scott. That's how you do it.
We're bringing sport. Listen, okay. I am just making this approach shot look phenomenal. I got to get over the top of this tree. Oh gosh, I don't. Can I? I don't think I can. I'm gonna go right just a little bit. Try and do some damage control.
I don't know. You might. I mean, depends on what kind of club you got.
We're sending it. Tee high and let it fly. There was no tee used in this shot. All right, let's see what happens here. I think I got over the tree.
Do you all know puck? The real question is what are your guys' NHL playoff predictions? How about that? Let's hear it from the fans.
Yeah, we'll see what everyone.
Nobody cares about what we think. You know, we're just two average guys. Come on, baby, get close.
I think I'm pulling up the bracket right now to make sure I'm speaking from actual some sort of knowledge, but it's hard to imagine that the Avalanche doesn't make it pretty far in this playoffs. I mean, they've been a dominant team. They've been good for several years now, right? But this year, just more par for the course here. So I could definitely see the Avalanche making it pretty far. It would be kind of sick to see Carolina make a little run here. You know, they've been good ever since the year I moved away here the first time. That was the year they finally got better. So yeah,
I'm trying to remember who won last year. Do you guys remember? Was it the?
I can't even remember.
What was it? Wasn't it literally a rematch of the year before? Wasn't it like the Oilers and
the Panthers? Yeah,
Panthers. Yeah,
and it was the repeat because the Panthers won again.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because I was gonna say I thought we talked about it last year and it was like, I really don't want to see a repeat, but you know, whatever. It is.
Canes versus Avalanche would be sick. That'd be a really fun final.
You know who is an Avalanche fan?
Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Let's go.
We make a 9-footer. Nice little 9-foot dropper. Dude, do I just not have the putt cam, or like, are my putts so short that I don't need it? I'm confused.
I couldn't tell you.
Well, if I don't make putts, that's why. Just
teeing up your excuses. That is kind of crazy. So Corey pointed out that the back-to-back champions didn't even make the playoffs this year.
Really?
Yeah. So we're gonna have a new champion this year. There won't be a three-peat.
Interesting.
It's baseball season is crazy comms. It is baseball season. That is actually a fact. But I think that can really start in like June or July when there's nothing else that's worth watching.
Oof, that was a bad swing.
Listen, on this podcast, you're going to hear me talk shit about baseball more than what is probably called for. I just find it to be probably the least entertaining of all the major sports. There's just too many damn games, and they've made some changes lately that make it move a little quicker, but it moves so slow. I just can't.
Yeah, I remember you when we were in LA not that long ago. We were talking about.
Ooh, I think drove you. Sorry, go ahead.
Remember the question was something like, "What sport would you delete if you had to like pick one of the major ones?" And you said baseball, and then people were just like,
people didn't love it. People did not like that answer.
Going crazy on TikTok, and I was like, dude, you guys need to relax.
Listen, okay, I had an experience this weekend that didn't help the baseball slander. I spent my Masters Sunday. This is what I wanted to get into tonight.
Yeah.
I spent my Masters Sunday watching the Savannah Bananas play. And I got home from the Savannah Banana game right as Rory was making the walk after he won. I didn't get to see any other game. I literally walked through the door after he already won.
Oh, no.
So that happened.
Ooh.
You know what? It's fine. I'll talk about my... Did I shoot that right? Oh, my... Okay.
Okay.
I'll talk about my experience.
You avoided the bunker.
Thank God.
Look at these guys.
Dude, it's just always my hit. I need to go right here. We're going to try and hit the downslope. Try and hit this downslope.
Savannah Banana Kid.
If you go to a Savannah Bananas game, that's way too hard.
Whoa.
No. You just can't take it seriously as a sport.
Isn't it kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters or something like that of baseball?
Yeah. I think the thing that was tripping me up a little bit is it just felt a little bit scripted. Like sometimes they just do silly stuff. I'm putting from here. I don't give a shit. Let's go. We're sending it.
Get it, Purple Man.
Oh, just not hard enough. Dang it.
All right. You got about 5 feet on that putt.
So the Savannah Bananas is an entertaining outing, I suppose. I think it's probably really good for families when you have small kids that actually know what's happening. Like watching a second baseman do a backflip to catch a fly ball and then landing in like a superhero pose. that was kind of a flex, right?
Yeah.
But then watching someone who could easily throw for a double play, but decides to like hop in the air and throw the ball behind his back to a second baseman, so it goes really slow, and then his second baseman gets run into by the runner because they didn't make like a proper throw to actually get the runner out. It kind of takes some of the competitiveness out of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, you just have to have it with a different mindset. You know, I had a beer and a dog, and I was just chilling. I had the Masters ticker on my phone, and so it was fun. You know, it was a nice little social outing, but I would not call it a sport. I don't think I would go as far as to call it a sport. I would call it entertainment.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, at least you got to experience it. I just feel like we talked about, the timing was not the most ideal, as you had mentioned, of when the game was, you know?
Yeah, and one thing that I found fascinating is I didn't realize there's like almost like a cult following for the Savannah Bananas. Like they are very popular. Like there's a lot of people that are really into that. Holy cow, dude! What
You
a
like
roll.
that?
What a roll!
That was wild.
But yeah, that it kind of caught me off guard, man. And it was just really, 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 really popular. Apparently,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
For
and
the
mimic that roll. That worked out
for
pretty
those
good.
that are watching, it's like an island green par 3, and I hit it to the back, and it literally like somehow rolled to like 10 feet. It's kind of a crazy roll.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to stop. I'm hitting it right every time I swing, and that is really hurting my game.
Wait, Paddle, are you a Marlins fan?
Stop!
Or are you a
Stop.
Phillies
Okay, we
fan?
chipped on.
I'm confused. Which one is it?
I think Paddle's a Phillies fan.
That would make sense from what I recall.
I'm
But
a
I know
Cardinals fan,
I
and
know
we
it's
are
been
in
a
a
while.
rebuild year. But lately, I haven't been a good fan, so it's kind of like I don't even know if I should say I'm a fan because I just haven't really watched much baseball in the last probably like 3 or 4. Oh my gosh, I missed that putt by like an inch. It's just sitting on the lip.
Literally, if someone coughs, that'll go in. I swear. That's wild. Okay, so tell me about the Masters then. I know you didn't get to see the ending, but we got to have a little reflection here on it.
Absolutely. So Masters, still some pretty notable things that happened this weekend, right? Rory had the biggest lead of all time through two days, through two
Yep.
rounds. And didn't he end with the exact same score that he had at the end of Friday? Wasn't he minus 12 in the end, or 12
Yeah.
under?
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy to think that the dude averaged like 6 under per day for the first 2 rounds, and then averaged just even for the rest of the event, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Just kind of a fascinating statistic. He was up by so many strokes that it was almost like it was just his event to lose, is what people were saying, and hard to disagree with that.
Yep.
And so, I don't know, man. I think I've just been spoiled that golf has been pretty competitive since I've been watching it. But I just had a feeling, right, that this isn't over yet. I've watched too many of these weekends kind of turn around and get a little bit dramatic.
Mhm.
So it was kind of cool to see some of the names we discussed last week that really kind of rose to the top for a bit. You know,
Yeah.
we brought up how no one was really talking about Justin Rose, and then he was very competitive. If you could say he kind of choked, actually, right? I mean, he could have won the event. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, did you expect that? Did you think that he should have maybe pushed a little further at the end there? Or
Well, I
overall
thought
thoughts on Rose?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was either going to be in the position where he could win or he was going to miss the cut. There was no
One or
in
the
between for me, because I was like, the guy's either there like he was last year, or like, I don't know, somehow he just doesn't have it that week. So I was pleasantly surprised that he was there. Yeah, but I don't know. He honestly just had some struggles at the end. He couldn't putt. Like, he had some just weird shots and things happen right towards the end where it was like, he doesn't have a chance. Like, you could just tell. So
Another guy I wanted to talk about, Deeb, is because we saw a little bit of more of the same from him this weekend. We hadn't seen him in a while, but we saw a Scotty Scheffler who didn't really play great golf on Thursday and Friday make a huge surge on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And he was, I don't know, did you see his putt on 17?
Yep.
I mean, he was literally like a couple of inches, maybe an inch away from going to a playoff round with Rory. And I keep asking the question all year. This has been my question about Scotty. Oh my gosh, that chip.
Ooh.
Oh, I almost chipped in.
Chips it to like 2 inches. Nice
Let's
chip.
go.
I like it.
But my question about Scotty is just like, when are we going to see a full round of golf, a full 4 rounds, or even 3.5 rounds of golf? And then the follow-up question is, how crazy is it he didn't hit a bogey from like the 15th hole on Friday through the rest of the event?
Yeah.
Like, it's just an all or nothing game with him, man. Like, he's either the best that you've ever seen, or he's just like coasting. And I just can't. It's bizarre to me. He's the world number one, and he's done it for this many weeks in a row, man, where it's just like, just can't put together a full weekend of golf.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if Scotty was a Phillies Mets fan like Paddle is, maybe he would be able to finish something for once, you know? But
Maybe.
I don't know, man. I mean, I knew he would sneak up. I was saying it to my wife all weekend. I was like, Scotty will come out of nowhere. Just wait. Like dude, he can never put together the first 2 rounds. It's so weird. It's bananas to me. It's Savannah bananas to me.
Savannah
Whenever
Bananas.
I watch him. But I was honestly disappointed though in Cam Young. I'm not gonna lie. Like I definitely thought he had a chance. He could not make a putt. The guy could not make a putt. He couldn't catch a break putting. I think it literally came down to, I'm telling you, I think he literally lost the round. I don't think Rory beat him. I think he lost it. Like he had so many opportunities to make birdies and he just could not drop anything. And I think that that's ultimately what killed his chances.
I didn't watch Sunday, obviously. That was when the wheels kind of fell off, right? Because he was obviously competing, weren't they? They were tied, and then I think he had the lead at some point on Sunday. So what happened? Was it just the back nine got the best of him, or like
couldn't putt? Literally. I mean, if you go back and watch it, he kept getting in weird spots, and then whenever he would actually have a chance to putt to make a birdie, he literally could not make a putt to save his life. Like he would come so close too. It wasn't like he was. It's not like he was way off.
Wow, the game just wrecked me. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's not like he was super far off on his putting. He just could not make one. Like he would come super close, and then it'd be like, I don't know. It was odd, man. Very just odd to see. It's like, man, you like dominated the day before.
Yeah,
what's going on here?
New hole placements, right? They moved the holes on Sundays. Yeah. What is this stance?
This is the wild.
I'm just standing in the bunker.
Scott is literally standing in the bunker with his club at 90 degrees. Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. Oh, way too hard. Son of a bitch.
That came out better than expected.
Yeah.
Hornets.
All right, I want to get into oh damn, okay. Hornets and Heat are this is a play-in game tied with 4 minutes left. Oh, that's juicy. Keep us posted on that one. Keep us posted.
So that's not so the playoffs is not 100% official yet. It's close.
Have you seen the stats LeBron has been putting up in these weeks without Reeves and Doncic? Oh. What a putt, dude.
What was that? Like a 30-foot putt?
Something like that, man.
Holy freak.
Well played.
That's wild.
Let's see if I can duplicate.
Let's go.
I'm using the putt cam though because I've
seen LeBron. So I mean, dude, he doesn't have a choice. Like Luka's hurt. Isn't the other dude hurt?
Austin
Reeves. Yeah, I mean, there's nobody else on the team. What's they going to put in Bronny?
Yeah, but this dude is going to turn 42 this year, and he's still doing it at that level. It's just that's what I'm getting at, man.
He's on peptides.
I mean, maybe, who knows? I don't know.
I'm just joking.
But I just think that the way that he's kept his body in such physical shape for his whole career and avoided major injuries, and there's a lot to speak to that. Talk about the hole we're playing here. Let's hear it.
Just wait. There's literally a tree in the worst possible spot you've ever seen. I made it onto the green, but just wait till you because you couldn't see it from my view. Look at that. Look at this tree.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
There's literally a tree on the left side of the green, like in the way of the green, covering up the left side.
I always hit it right, man. Every single time.
I think that's your guy's natural swing, though. It looks like he draws it, like he hits it right to left.
You are correct about that, actually.
Mine's the opposite. I faded, I believe. Andrew can correct us if we're wrong on those terms, but I think that's our natural, how we swing.
Oh my gosh. This looks like me in real golf now, just hitting from one side of the green to the other.
Yeah, but I would say, I mean, the only other thing I'll say about the Masters is I still think it was really fun to watch. I mean, Saturday was cool. You saw a lot of people move. Sunday was crazy. Like, I just feel like it was up and down, and it was like, oh my gosh, like this person's here now. This person's here. Wow, great putt. Was that for a birdie?
It's got to be for par because it was a 2-putt.
Oh, well, that's a great par save.
I wish it was for birdie. It was a really far one.
Yeah, great par save. Damn, I have a really tough putt. Holy crap! I wish you could see this. This should be interesting.
I believe.
Let's see what we can do
tonight.
Let's see it. Come on. One time for the people.
I think you got a little too.
One time for the patrons.
Did he? Oh, the 41-footer.
Dude.
Damn.
Are you kidding me?
That was fire.
I'm on meth right now with putting. What?
Let's talk about Fleetwood's
Bruh.
kid, because we talked about that last week. Thank you for bringing that up, Andrew. Did you see it, Deep? Did you see Fleetwood, his Frankie, his interview?
No, I didn't. Not the one from this year.
I can't. This is not a direct quote verbatim, but it was adorable, just like last year. He didn't make it over the water, but he got pretty close. And from what I had heard the announcer say, I couldn't really tell from my angle, is that he hit it like just a little further like right, and if he would have hit it straight, it would have probably had the distance to actually make it. And so when they interviewed him afterwards, just like the most adorable little kid ever, and he's like I don't even remember what he said. He was like, I've been training real hard and giving it my all, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity to give it a chance, or something like that. Like, it was just like the cutest thing. And he's just like, I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. And then he was just like, they're like, what would you like to say to people out there? Like, you motivate a lot of people. Do you have a message you would like to say? And he was just like, I would just like to say thank you to everyone. I don't know all of their names, but thank you for being here. Like, it was just like the cutest freaking thing.
No, I saw the one from last year, but I didn't catch the one this year. I'll have to pull that up afterwards to take a look at it, because I know the one last year was really funny. Wait, Pat, are you talking about LeBron? Is he still on the Lakers? If so, he is on the Lakers.
He sure is.
Just saw that
with his son. Interesting stat, Deeb. Speaking of Bronny,
wow.
I saw a stat comparison today. He was the 55th pick in the draft, and they compared him to the first overall draft pick of the same year, and Bronny is beating him in like every statistical category.
What the?
Yeah, you're in the sand, my boy.
Really? I thought that was going in the water for a second. I was like, wait, what did you just say? Bronny is playing better than the number one pick from that year?
Yep.
Who's the number one pick? Do you remember?
No, I wasn't sure. I didn't remember who it was, but
bro, what do you mean? His stats are like 0.
He averages like 7.4 points per game or something now, or maybe it's a little bit less than that. But the other guy was like 5 points per game or something. I was just like, oh, okay. Well, I guess other people are bust too. And I'm just so curious to see, like, in a few years, is Bronny actually going to be like a viable starter, or is he just like always just going to be kind of living in the shadow of his father?
All right, we got out of the sand. Isn't one of the other LeBron's kids on like Arizona or something? Isn't he like a freshman?
He is, yeah. There? I don't think he was a starter there though. Oh my gosh!
Well, I think he was I think he was like a freshman or a red shirt or something weird this year. I feel like I remember seeing something weird about it.
That sounds, yeah, I think that sounds right.
Yo, Shane Lowry's hole in one. That was, how does that guy always somehow hole in one, man?
The crazy thing about Shane Lowry is how good he played on Saturday and how bad he played on Sunday.
That's why he's like unreliable. He's too volatile, man. Like,
yeah, that's the kind of guy in a daily fantasy league, that's a dude that I just never want on my team.
It's crazy because he's a really good player. Like, his potential is crazy, but he can't, I don't know, like the inconsistency kills him.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Well, if you guys are listening, Deeb is beating me. He's 5 under and I'm 3 over. So he's 8 strokes up on me.
I mean, it's your first time playing, so you got to temper the expectation as well.
The funniest thing about this is the fact that like that putt that I made, that really long one that came off the fringe, would have been so amazing if I hadn't already like chipped it from one side of the green to the other.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
I think it's
okay. Did we?
Whoa!
Nope,
little hooky.
Too much.
I think the reality is because you have a purple ball or whatever it is. That's why you're.
What's wrong with
struggling.
Purple ball?
Guys that play purple balls, you know what they say about them.
What do they say about them?
Ask Andrew. He knows.
Andrew, what do they say about him? What is happening right now?
Guys that wear Lakers jerseys out to a private course.
You know what? That's fair. You can hate on the Lakers jersey.
You're trying to punch it?
Yeah.
Scott has a very woody shot here through the trees. About, what is it, like a 95-yarder? Trying to punch your way through.
95. You're right.
That bunker's
it's going to make it a little challenging.
That bunker's, it's saying hello there.
Off the other side, isn't it? Oh, you know what? We'll take it. Right on the edge of the bunker. Thank goodness we made it over.
The bunker was teasing you. It was like, come on.
That was close.
Damn, bro. I'm like in between clubs here. This is going to be weird.
Andrew answered your question that the guys who play with purple balls play with purple balls. That's right.
Oh, I love it.
I think it's funny. Who was the dude that was using the yellow ball, even at the Masters? It was one of the older guys.
Cabrera or whatever? Or?
Yeah. Yep.
Fred Couples or someone like that.
I think it was Cabrera.
That dude was in prison though,
Oh,
so
that's right.
he can
That's
use a
right.
yellow ball. Hornets down 1 with 18 seconds left. Oh freak!
Oh, dude, why do I keep doing this?
Damn, what was it? You're over by me now. Look at that. We're right by each other. We're on the fringe of the green here.
Let me try something a little different
Be
here.
okay.
Let's see. Oh my!
Scott just hit it like 3 inches. If for anybody that's listening, I just wanted to make sure that that was known.
What the hell just happened?
I'm gonna puke.
Maybe we should have played match play. Damn. Okay.
Couples, yeah, Couples was the person.
It was
who
Couples.
had it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know,
Holy
man.
cow! I misread that. By
Also,
the way.
this is really random. I don't know why I thought of this because we were talking about the Masters, but did you hear about VJ Singh?
I'm gonna guess no, because I'm not
You
sure
know
what
who
you're talking about.
that is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So apparently, there's some weird clause within like the PGA Tour's eligibility, like to play on the PGA Tour. It's like something weird, and I didn't fact check this, so I know Andrew's on here, so you can let me know if this is like BS or if you saw this, but there's like some weird eligibility rule or clause to where if you've made above a certain amount of money in your career, I don't remember the exact number, like 50 million or something, that you can like play on the tour for 1 year. You have like an exemption. And so he's like, I think he's like gonna play on the tour randomly. And I'm just like, dude,
Really?
what? He's like 60 something.
Okay, then. I mean, I guess the love of the game probably never goes away, right? It's so funny
For
that it's based
sure.
on money, though, because like recent winners will have made like way more money than like older winners, I would have to assume, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure that now that I think about it, I'm wondering if they'll end up like changing that in the future. You know what I mean? It's probably more applicable for like people that played in the past, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he did used to be the world number one, Andrew, during when like Tiger was really good. So him and Tiger were kind of like back and forth for a little bit there. But I mean, I think he's like in his mid 60s, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just like, I mean, do you really think you can play? I mean, I think he plays on the Champions Tour, if I'm not mistaken, which is like kind of like the senior or whatever, for more senior players.
He just might want to get out there and get some strokes in, man. You know,
Maybe
I guess if you make the cut, you make money usually, right? Isn't that it's kind of the general?
yeah, that's fair, but I don't know, kind of random.
That is random. Well, you won't be seeing me picking him on my daily fantasy league, no.
I'll just have to pick him because I'll pick Scotty one week and he'll be like 5K in DK. Be like, yeah, I'll take VJ Singh for the, just for the historical piece here. Why not?
I mean, for 5K, maybe. That actually reminds me, Deeb. It's so funny to think about. But I took Phil last year for the Masters. You remember that because he was so cheap.
Also, this was the first Masters since like 97 or some crazy year where both Phil and Tiger did not play.
Mm.
Something crazy like that. I can't remember the exact year, but let's just say it's been a long time since that's happened.
I heard Tiger had a chance to play, but he was too busy rolling over the competition.
I should have made that putt. Just throws in a dad joke there. That's real nice. I don't know, man. But
somebody will like that.
What did you like? I know you didn't watch all of Sunday, or you kind of bits and pieces, but what did you think? I'm curious your thoughts, this being your second ever Masters that you watched. Like, what were your general thoughts?
It was awesome. I thought just based upon what we've talked about, and not just me and you, but like our group of friends who watch golf, I was expecting kind of like a blowout or not maybe as tight of a finish as what we got to kind of see. Because I had heard that I was spoiled last year and that it's not always that close.
Yeah.
And so it was really cool to see that there were still some leadership changes even on Sunday. And that even though it looked like it might be a blowout with Rory and that big lead, that he ended up giving us some drama at the end. So
yeah,
I don't know. I was thoroughly happy with it. It had me on the edge of my seat, kind of rooting for my players that are on my team. Oh my gosh! Sorry, I'm looking at my swing.
You're
here.
good. Well, I'm guessing that you probably felt a little more like invested in it because your team was actually doing good too, right? At the same time.
Yeah, well, I think it's partly that, and I think that it's partly that I actually knew of golf a little bit more this year. I've been watching it. The Masters last year was really the first weekend that I sat down and really watched it.
Mm-hmm.
We had talked a little bit about it before that, but I don't think I really understood it and knew much about the players. But after that weekend, every single weekend after that, I had watched golf, including this season too. So
yeah,
it just felt a whole lot different this Masters because I actually know a little bit about these players and have some kind of expectations for them. And I think I even told you before the event. I know I said it to you and Trent last week after we finished the recording, but I felt like I chose the team that, like, I was the most proud of choosing the team I chose for the Masters in our daily league than I ever have been before. I was like, I just really like the team I picked.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of cool to see that there was a little bit of validation in that, that I was kind of right. I didn't pick the winner. Thanks a lot, Oberg. But I chose some competitors, though. I chose some people who could compete.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I think it let the John Rahm thing piss me off a little too much. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, dude, he's literally the most expensive player, and he's just horse. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so frustrating when that kind of stuff happens. But it is what it is. It's just kind of part of the. Oh, come on! I was so close.
Yeah, I think John Rahm upset a whole lot of people this past weekend, and
yeah,
it's an interesting thing because, like, if you don't watch Live, you don't really get to just be like, oh well, maybe he'll win next week, and I'll be redeemed, because we don't watch Live,
yeah.
So it's like, well, I'll see him at the next major,
Yeah. Well, for sure. It just
Speaking of Live, what do you think about DeChambeau not even making the cut this year after being in the final pairing last year?
I mean, it didn't surprise me because I think we had gotten some smoke from somebody who commented on our Instagram about it.
Let's tell the story. Tell all about this, because I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, so I mean, I posted a video where I just did ranking the little thing where like the golfer like is above your head, and it, you know what I mean, it speeds up and it shows you someone's picture, how people do those on social media. So I did one just like, okay, ranking Masters or whatever people, because I did one last year and it got pretty good traction. Like people watched and commented and that sort of thing on it. So I did another one this year. And I said, like, it came to Bryson, and I said, yeah, like, he usually plays it pretty good. I think I said, like, he would finish top 15 was my prediction. But then some guy, like, came in there and commented, and he was just like, you don't know golf. He's going to win it. Like, you know what I mean? He's just kind of one of those, just that type of thing. Like, oh, you don't know golf?
He's guaranteed to win it. Like, you don't know what you're talking about if you don't say
that. He was like, come back on here Sunday and, like, something, like, talk to me when he wins or something. So then I literally, he didn't make the cut. And I was like, I went back on there on Saturday morning, and I was like, bro, what happened? I was like, literally, you said he was going to win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, both of us were wrong. It's not like I was right, but like, you were like trashing me like I had no idea what I was talking about. Meanwhile,
my favorite part about that whole exchange is you had told him in the comments, you were just like, yeah, I think you said he would be top 15 or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I mean, he's a great player, but like he doesn't have a strong history at the Masters other than like the last year or two.
Yeah, he really doesn't though.
My favorite part was then the guy at the end was just like, oh my, the guy at the end then was like, yeah, well, he'll still win a major this year, but he's just not good at the Masters. And I'm like, well, that's what you said. That was literally what you said. So
it is what it is. I mean, that's why we do it. It's fun, I don't mind people saying stuff like that. Like, I want people to comment on stuff, but I was like, all right, man, it's not like I said he was like horrible. I said he was going to be top 15, and you're saying he would win. So like, we're kind of on the same ballpark. It's just, he was like kind of acting a certain way of like, he's like, you don't know ball. And I was like, what do you mean? Top 15 means he could win. Like, it was just awkward. Let's just put it that way. The way he like portrayed it. I was like, all right. Hornets tie it with, what'd you say? Kobe White with a long 3 and 10. Ooh, into overtime.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
Andrew said, what's the next major? And I think he's trying to quiz me since I know ball now. And I'm going to give you an answer that I'm like 60% confident in. Okay. Trent said you don't know ball. That's perfect timing. That's perfect timing. I'm pretty sure it's the U.S. Open though, right? Isn't that the next one?
That is incorrect.
Is it the PGA Championship?
That is correct.
Okay, because I know the Open was last. Okay, so it's PGA Championship first, and then it's U.S. Open, and then
U.S. Open's third, generally speaking.
That's why I was only 60% confident, and now I'm
you don't know ball. Just comes out of nowhere. Oh gosh, I hope you we did paddle. He was. Yeah, I mean, he was in the comments, so I think when I had replied to him, I was like I was like directly replying back to the guy. I was like, all right.
To be fair to that guy, he at least owned that he took the L.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair. He was so confidently wrong and talking so much trash. So you know what? I love it though, because we do that stuff to each other too,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Talk trash. It's all good. Like we don't, we encourage it. We want you to talk. But when you're wrong, you got to fess up to it. Like if I was
Mm-hmm.
wrong, I would have been like, yeah, I was wrong. He won.
Andrew
You
said,
got it.
"What two players can complete the Grand Slam?" I know one of them is Scotty, and I think he needs the U.S.
Ooh,
Open, right? Isn't that
good
the one on Father's Day?
question. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So that's Scotty.
Ooh, who would be the other one? Let me think. Scotty I mean, I know Brooks has 5 majors, but I don't know if he's Grand Slam eligible. But I don't think he's won the Masters though, so I don't think that would make him Grand Slam eligible, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like I've heard this recently of who it is, and I just can't think of who
Would
it
it
is.
be Spieth? Maybe. I'm trying to think of like who else has majors. You're talking about the just to clarify, Andrew. You're talking about the PGA Championship. Who would need to win that, or are you talking about the U.S. Open?
I think he just means for this season, maybe.
Okay, in general. Evening, Trent. How you doing, boss? We're just playing some Harbour Town. Showing Scott how to play the game since
Oh, get in
this
there!
is. Ooh, it's the
I just hit
stick.
the flag stick.
He's
Damn it!
learning. He's learning. This is his first time, so ignore the score on the scorecard. He's learning.
Ding ding. So was it Scotty and Spieth then? I actually was.
I think it's Brooks. If I had to
Brooks.
guess, I
Okay.
think it's Brooks. I don't know, but I think he needed to win the Masters. But they don't really ever talk about it at the Masters, so that's what makes me think it's Spieth.
I want to say it's Spieth, dude. Because I
think it's
think I heard
Spieth.
them talking about it this week when I was
Spieth
watching
needs
one of the videos.
PGA. Okay, look at this, Scott. Oh, the Tiger
Okay,
Pump.
the celebration.
Thank you, everybody. If you guys want autographs, I'll be signing them after. Damn, Scott. I'm dropping a -7 so far on Harbour
You're
Town.
absolutely whooping my ass.
That is.
You're playing out of your mind, though. As a beginner, I'm okay with being +7 through 13. But you're -7 through 13. That's pretty good.
I mean, dude, go watch the if you guys haven't the Augusta video that I posted last week. I got shredded. So it's all sunshine and rainbow until you actually try to play. I mean, this is a tough course. Don't get me wrong.
You've been putting very well though tonight. You've been
the
putting
putt.
incredibly well.
You know what though? I will say this: I didn't have the putt cam on at Augusta, and I turned all the settings to like kind of crazy because I wanted it to actually feel like Augusta. So to be fair, the settings were also, and I didn't have a putt cam, which, as you know, putting is super important there. So
Yeah.
Brooks needs Masters and British. Okay, that's fair. So he still needs
please
to
get over the water. Please get over the water. I want a little light on that.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Scott's swimming with the ducks. You can take a little droppy. Trent, do you have this game? I can't remember. Or Andrew, do you have this game actually? I'm trying to remember if you guys picked the sticks up or not for some 2K.
I just can't figure this out, man. Sometimes I hit it and it just sails way over the hole. Sometimes when I hold up on it, it's way short.
Let me give you some advice. Let me give you some advice on how to play the game, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll show you on the next hole because I was going to show you there, but you hit. So are you on a PS controller?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have a left click or not a left trigger, but a left button, if I recall? Yeah. So I'll show you. Well, I guess you can't see my screen, so never mind. Before you go to hit next time, hold that button and I'll show you something. You can put different spin on the ball. So you can put backspin and you know what I mean? And you can also
definitely what I'm missing. Okay.
And you can change the.
I can't do it on putting though.
Obviously. The direction. No, yeah, putting won't do anything. But you can change the direction of
that one. Well,
like if you want it to like bend a little left or bend a little right, you can change it. It makes you have to have a pretty good swing to be fair.
Yeah, which I probably don't.
No, you can. I'm just saying like you can't like jack up your swing pathway if that makes sense. It just makes it like more sensitive if you change the swing path.
You guys see this? He's been sandbagging me the whole night.
No, there's just you got to learn how to play the game. That's fair.
Oh yeah, we'll be good.
Yeah.
Next time when we run this back, I'll be -9.
You probably will. The other random thing that I was going to mention, I don't think I ever talked to you about this. If there's anybody out there that plays the game, so there's actually some sort of. I'll have to get the name for it, and I know that that's not helpful, but I don't actually have my phone next to me. But there's a guy that I actually know in this area where I live who plays this game pretty religiously. Let's call it that. His name's Brad. And he showed me, he like actually messaged our Instagram for Single Barrel Sports because I think he saw he must have saw me post something or whatever when I was playing it,
Huh?
and he like showed me this website to this. It's like quite literally like a virtual society, like a PGA Tour style society. So like
Interesting. Okay.
you literally have to play and get your card, and they have like in this game they have like the my player, like the career mode,
Mm-hmm.
but this is like a whole separate thing that someone created where it's like super legit, where you
Yeah.
like you can get like earnings. I don't know. It's like it's super like more. I'll call it like realistic than the my
It's like an
career.
online like franchise type of a thing,
Yeah.
but for
Yep.
PGA Tour.
Yep. And I was looking at it because they have a website, and I was like, damn, this is like super crazy. It's like in depth.
That's wild.
But I didn't know about it. But yeah, he'd shot a message, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know that people like went out of their way to do that. So I don't know. Did y'all see the Orioles manager who got smoked by a foul ball and broke his jaw? Jeesh, no. When did that happen?
I didn't
7
see that either.
orbital
That's crazy.
fractures? Holy. Do you see what I mean with the spin stuff and all that?
Yeah, but I don't fully understand. Like I've got to just play around with it, I think.
Yeah, so like you'll see on the ball when you hold it, you'll see the backspin.
Uh-huh.
And then if you use the right trigger, move the right trigger, the left
Right
stick.
stick.
Left stick.
Okay.
Move the left stick down to have backspin, and you should see you'll see like the ball turn red. It'll turn
Okay.
red for backspin.
Okay, got it. Now
The right stick.
I didn't know if red or green was good.
Yeah, so the right stick you can also do stuff with, but that's I think more trajectory. So like if you
Okay.
wanted to hit it high versus low,
That makes sense because that's what I just did. I was playing with that and I hit
Yeah.
it higher, and actually it was nice because it didn't bounce as far this time.
yeah, so you can control trajectory with the right stick, I believe.
Okay.
But the spin is everything's with the left stick. Spin, but also like you can hit like a fade versus a draw depending on your player skills and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
All right, I got a question for you, Deeb, and our golf friends here. Feel free to chime in too.
yeah,
Obviously, Rory was pretty vocal about all the practice rounds that he took this month at the Masters at Augusta, and how he would just take his private jet there and go play some rounds after Poppy went to school. And I'm just curious what the general thoughts are on that. I mean, you got a guy who, first of all, has enough to just take casual trips on his private jet to go play some rounds at Augusta. But do you think that, let's talk, obviously it's legal. He wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't like part of the rules, but is it ethical to skip out on other events in the tour to just focus on practicing at Augusta and trying to keep winning? Like, what does it remove the competitive spirit to do that? And is it ethical, or kind of how does that work?
I mean, I think it's absolutely ethical because number one, I mean, he's so he's so far along in his career. Like I think at some point you kind of just are like, well, I really just want to win the majors now. Like that's kind of where obviously Tiger is at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think there's an actual issue with it. Like, yeah, of course people are going to complain about it. But I mean, why does he need to go win the Houston Open? You know what I mean? Like, what is it to him at this point in his career? And like technically, I think Michael Kim might have posted about this. Like, technically, any player can, if I'm not mistaken, I'm almost positive that players are allowed to do it, but there is some Michael Kim's point was he was like, a guy like me is not going to have as much access to it as a guy like Rory, right? Like I can go there from time to time, but it's not the same, right? Like he's a Masters winner, he's a legend of the game. He can probably play their way more often generally.
Mm-hmm.
Someone like Michael Kim, or maybe not as high profile, would be like, well, you really have to have like a member with you, or that sort of thing. So to that point, yeah, there's probably a little bit of, I think, reason, that's a reasonable point. I don't think he's way off with that. Like some players probably do have, dude, I'm like right behind this tree. This sucks. Some players probably do have better access, but I don't think it's like he cheated or something weird. I just think, that's how he wanted to spend his time.
Yeah.
Why not? Like he wants to win the Masters. I don't blame him.
What
do you think?
I don't know how I feel about it. And I'm not clear on all the rules. Like I think I've read that people who are not members or not previous winners can play there maybe for the 30 days leading up to the event. I've seen all these different variations of this.
Oh no.
Rough. Wow, that's a rough spot to get stuck in.
Yeah.
And so I guess, yeah, I guess if people are allowed to go play there, then whatever. But kind of like to your point, what you just said, it is a weird thing to think that like this person is so rich that he can just do it so much easier and so much more frequently than anyone else. Well, not
Yeah.
anyone else, but than most of the other golfers on the tour.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. I do think that it kind of gives a bit of a competitive advantage to go play on this pretty exclusive course whenever you want to. And yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know how to feel about it. So I was just kind of curious what your thoughts were and if anybody else had.
I think people were more honestly reacting to the like, he's got a private jet and he just flies there after he drops his daughter off and then, goes and plays. And dude, I mean, the dude's a millionaire. Like, he literally, you know what I mean? He's a professional golfer. He's made a ton of money. He's won a lot.
Right.
Like, he has a private jet. You know what I mean? I don't think that, like, to me, I'm just like, yeah, that's reality. I mean, maybe it makes you feel a certain way, but I don't know. Also, what's going on with this basketball game? Amazon technical difficulties, complete crash. Oh my gosh, that's wild, Andrew. Anyone can do what he did. Yeah, I mean, I think Michael Kim's point, I think, was more like he probably just has an easier time with the access to the course. You know what I mean? I don't think he was saying I can't do this. He's probably like, yeah, it's probably a little more acceptable for someone like Rory.
I think people
like
also
me.
just like to hate on Rory, and there might be some valid reasons for that. But I think also some of the reasons that Rory sometimes gets backlash, I think, are kind of warranted too. I mean, the fans are kind of brutal to him, especially if you look at the Ryder Cup last year. The fans were pretty unruly, and so some of his chirping back at the fans, I think, may be justified.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like taking bullshit questions from the media, which Scotty kind of crashed out this week on that too.
Yeah,
like,
that was funny.
I think people don't like to see winners win. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
And I think that because Rory's a little different, he's kind of quirky. He's Irish and doesn't have a lot of patience. I think sometimes people don't like him for those reasons. But yeah, I think he gets some added heat for that. But I do think that the private jet thing has some legs to it. Not everyone can just pick up a jet and go fly there,
Yeah.
We got a
definitely
finish here. So it sounds like in that basketball game, the Hornets had the ball down 1 with 8 seconds left. Oof. All right, Dave, I'm going to try and do some backspin here. Wait, am I doing this the wrong way? Yeah. Okay, I think that's what I want. We'll see. Oh, man, I might have hit that too hard. Oh, that was bad. I overswung on it.
Uh-oh.
We'll never know now. We'll never know.
No. Okay.
We're on 17 here, and Deeb's up by 13 strokes. No.
Hey.
No, he's up by 15 strokes. You hated him winning? Is it just because he just recently won? Like, did you just not like the repeat, or what was the rationale? Because I can definitely understand wanting to see more people get added to the list of Masters winners.
No, that's also. I mean, I know Andrew asked that, but that's kind of how I felt. I genuinely just wanted someone different to win it, like a Young or a Rose or whoever. You know what I mean?
Or an Oberg, yeah.
Or whoever. I mean, whoever was quote unquote in contention. Damn, homie.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to hit it as hard as the game tells me to, and I overshoot it.
Never trust the game.
Holy, this thing breaks so hard to the right. This is just a crapshoot. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sorry if I seem spaced out from time to time. I'm just trying to keep track on my monitor because there's like freaking like crazy thunderstorms and potential tornadoes everywhere. So I'm like low key trying to keep an eye on that. And I'm like, I can't really hear anything right now playing this game and I'm in my basement. So I was like, just making sure that like I'm not going to walk upstairs to death. So if you see me looking over, that's why.
Andrew said Rory was a punk before he won the Masters, and now he's so nice. But was he always a punk, or was he just getting a little bitter in the last few years? Because also, if people asked me for 17 years when I was going to finally get over the hump, I might get annoyed at some point too. I don't know. I don't have the historical perspective. Last year was the first year I watched.
Well, I do think it would be helpful to watch the Rory documentary
on Prime.
I think it will give you like just a more, and if anyone else, I guess, I don't know if anyone else has watched it on here, but I think it would just give you a little more of the personal aspect to it. At least it did for me, of like, what did he actually go through in terms of like the mental side? And I don't know, you know what I mean? I think it helped me to appreciate a little bit more of like, yeah, he's had like a crazy, pretty good career, but there's just a weird aspect to that like mental weight that came with his journey to winning the first one there.
Yep, that makes sense.
But I don't think it, I mean, I'm not saying it'll make you like him, if like Andrew, if you don't like the guy, that's okay. I just think it kind of gave, at least for me, a better
little context.
Yeah, just some context, just some like understanding of like, okay. I mean, this makes sense. Well,
Hornets won at the end. Who hit the game winner? First playoff win in 10 years for the Hornets. Ooh. And you know the Heat are bummed.
Wait,
Condolences,
the Heat didn't
fans.
get in?
I think that's who he said they were playing, right? Weren't they playing the Heat?
Oh,
Yeah, they were. So the Heat didn't make it in.
Bam's 80 whatever point game doesn't
Wait, did
matter
Bam get
now?
hurt? I saw an update about that earlier. Is he hurt? These are things I should know. We're live and doing podcasts, but we're also playing golf and and, you know, I'm trying to get a birdie.
And watching for NATOs.
Yeah, you got a lot going on tonight, huh?
Just like, is this by me? Hopefully not. Purple ball man.
All right, I need to work on my ball spin. That's going to be my assignment for the next time we play.
I mean, honestly, though, as you can see, the short game is kind of the tougher part of this game. And the spin,
my chips
definitely,
when I played on the easy mode were going pretty well.
My gosh, I just pulled a U. Now
I got to watch it unlike Scott in the Netflix docs. Hey, man, it's going to happen. Honestly, once
there we go.
Once our second baby comes and I've got a bunch of time where I just sit on the couch for weeks, I will probably watch it then. Last time I binged a lot of TV whenever I was just like feeding Parker or holding him for 2 hours while I waited for his bedtime. And yeah, a lot of TV got watched during that period of life. Oh, wow, this is very straight.
Very straight.
Come on, give me a par to end on. Let's go.
Wow.
That was a big one, baby. That was a big old putt.
Great ending. And appreciate you, Andrew, saying that you're going to actually watch a recommended thing. Because we all know. Well, Scott, good thing for you is the season 4 of Full Swing's about to release. Let's go.
Good. I'll have a lot to catch up on.
Had a bogey on the end. I don't like, but you know.
5 under though on the round. That'd be
overall
good in real life, I imagine. 5 under in any course is good.
I would take it any day.
Plus 10. I'm not making the cut.
You went at plus 10. Oh yeah, there it is.
This is like a Scotty Thursday though. I could come back tomorrow and go minus 11.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, Deep, there's one more thing I want to ask you about.
Yeah,
and I won't belabor this because we've had a great golf discussion, and I'm going to pivot from the golf for a moment. We have a big sports entertainment event this weekend. Not everyone is super into this, but there is there's WrestleMania coming up this weekend. And I know as a kid that used to watch wrestling, and you know, I still do. I watched it for a long time as a kid. I stopped for a while and then I got back into it. I'm going to stop sharing this because the volume is kind of loud.
Oh, you're good. Give me just a second. I'm going to grab my phone over here. It's on the charger.
Making sure you're not going to die to a tornado.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you do your thing. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, Andrew, so you're already tuning into the Rory doc. We love it.
Right now?
Sounds like it. Yep.
Turning it on now.
So Deeb, I know you don't watch wrestling now, so we're not going to spend much time on this, but let me just ask you, if you could have any match with any superstar from any era, what would your main event be if you could create your own WrestleMania with any options that have ever existed?
For the main event?
Yes.
Man. I would do, let me think, probably like it's not a cage match, but what's the other one where it's like the giant thing that's like
Hell in a Cell?
Yeah. Hell in a Cell with, let's say it'll be a tag team match, and it would be The Rock and Stone Cold.
Okay.
On a team versus The Undertaker and John Cena.
Okay. And a Hell in a Cell match?
Yeah.
All right. I love it.
I feel like that'd be wild. What would you do?
I think so. You might not even be familiar with this, but do you know what the War Game style matchup is?
I've heard of it, but you can give me a better idea.
2 rings put together, like one right next to the other, and then like a steel cage around both of them. And like every 5 minutes, it's like a 4 versus 4 or a 5 versus 5. And like every 5 minutes, somebody from one team comes in. And so it goes back and forth. Like one team will be outnumbered and then the other team will get someone to come in. And it's kind of chaos. The match doesn't even start until all members are in. So they're like beating the hell out of each other before the match officially starts. But I'm choosing that match so I can have a lot of people. Okay. So I think on one team, I'm going to have who I'm going to call like the old school, right? Like the Attitude Era. So give me Undertaker because it's WrestleMania. He's got to be there.
Yep.
The Rock and Stone Cold, obviously. And then I'm actually going to switch this up and I'm going to throw in on that team Roman Reigns from current. Okay.
Okay.
And then against the old heads plus Roman Reigns, I'm going to throw in some other old heads. So we're going to go DX. Triple H and Shawn Michaels are going to be in this. And their teammates are going to be
DX.
D-Generation X.
Oh, my God. Aren't those the guy? No, wait. Who are the guys? Oh, I'm thinking of the Dudley Bros.
Oh, yeah. The tables?
Yeah.
Well, you're onto something there because to go with DX, I'm going to have Jeff Hardy from the Hardy Boys. And then I probably throw John Cena in there too. So I got a lot of
Okay.
old heads, but Roman Reigns would be get added to that mix because he is, in my opinion, he's one of the best right now.
Okay. That's fair. I like that.
That leaves out some good people, man. Like there's no like like Kurt Angle or Randy Orton or all some of those really good guys. But I think both those matches would fly. They'd be pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I think that'd be a hell of a final match either way for either the picks that we had.
I know you don't watch it anymore, but let me ask you: prediction the two main events. So Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. That's a old school, right? Like those guys go way back. Who you got there?
I say Cody Rhodes.
Okay,
I don't know if Randy Orton's even still relevant. You can probably tell me, but
I think he's become a lot more relevant in the last year. He was kind of in the backseat for a bit.
okay, that's fair. I know that Rhodes has had some interesting storylines and stuff from what you've told me.
Yeah, he's kind of like their QB of the company right now. Like he's always in the spotlight.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I hope he loses.
Yeah, that's fair.
Other one, these are two kind of older guys. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Who you got in that one?
Roman Reigns. I mean, I don't know. I can't pick against him.
Yeah, I hope
He's
so.
The Rock's cousin, isn't he, or whatever?
Somehow related, yes. They're all part of that big.
I don't know.
They're all part of that big Samoan family, yes.
He kicks people in the face.
That's the Usos. Roman is more of a powerhouse.
I know. I'm just joking. I remember.
All right. Anyway, we sprinkled a little WrestleMania, and we're not going to do a WrestleMania episode this year, but I thought we would at least have a brief introduction.
Hell yeah.
I'm hoping it's a good event. This WrestleMania's buildup has not been as good, in my opinion, as other ones as far as like getting the fans invested in like good storylines. But there's a few that are probably going to be pretty good. So we'll see. Yeah. I'll let you know next week because I'll watch it. I'll be watching this weekend and I'll report back.
Hell yeah. Cheers to the wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Sweet. Ready to get out of here?
Yeah. Obviously this is not the format that we always follow, right? So thank you for the people who hung out with us tonight. We appreciate all the comments and questions and kind of getting to talk about things that matter to other people as well. And if you're listening tonight and this was kind of scatterbrained and all over the place, next week we'll be back to our normal format. So just stick with us.
Oh yeah. Cheers,
and
friends.
If you liked it, let us know. We would like to hear that too.
Sweet. We'll see everybody next week.
All right. Take care, man.
Adios.